Hi there, I am Andy Gibson, the agency leader of Wildtribe, a B2B marketing agency that specializes in supporting clients in the energy transition. So that's anyone from renewable energy on the energy generation side of things to clean tech and sustainability organizations helping on the demand side. Now, I want to run a masterclass on B2B Marketing 101. This is very much for leaders of organizations, people in leadership positions that are really wanting to know a little bit more about corporate marketing in today's world. I want to do this from the perspective of helping leaders to get a better understanding of what good looks like from a marketing perspective for their potential organization to help them with making better decisions about the marketing, the direction of it, and how we should think about expectations around what marketing should be delivering and achieving. So this is an abbreviated version, I would say. This is a masterclass. I have done a masterclass recording that's round about half an hour. Probably should have been more like an hour. I'm going to whip through this and make it probably around about 10 minutes, maybe shorter. We'll see how we go. Right, stick with me. So, missing the mark. Let's start with building some context around what we don't want to be doing first. This is where the story probably begins. So, outdated websites. Really, I want to talk about the outdated experience. Now, we all come into interaction with organizations, whether it be with their website, their communication on social media, an email, an article that I've seen, and I have a level of expectation that I really have placed on an organization in this space that helps me to think about whether I will consider this organization or not. If they don't match my expectation because, say, the website is too slow, it's too old, or the social post is written in a really clunky way, it doesn't speak to me, I'm feeling like I'm getting an experience that isn't matching my expectation, then I will go somewhere else and very quickly. So simple with that. One post isn't a customer journey. Let's get the concept of a customer journey started today, like right now. One post isn't a journey, so it's not about doing a piece of marketing, walking away for 6 months and coming back. It's quite an extreme case that I'm talking about there, but it's not about fractious journeys. We have to be very consistent with what we do. People are moving through a process of discovery, understanding, conversion, retention champion, and we have to guide them consistently through that. We have to keep turning up and showing that we care. And finally, brand consistency is key. Don't let brand and the quality of your work be rushed, be misaligned. Don't let someone go into your social, see a great post, then come to your website and find a website that's 5 years old. Don't let a salesperson hand out a sales brochure that he or she created by himself, herself, and it looks like it's been mocked up in Word doc. They put an old logo on it. The font isn't right. All of these things. Make sure consistency is there and it's of a high quality to represent your business. So let's back that up with some stats here. So 50%, right? Companies that excel at nurturing leads through B2B marketing make 50% more sales. Salesforce notes that the average sales deal involves 6 to 10 decision makers, many of whom engage with marketing-led content across various channels. So let's understand the concept of a decision maker tree. We have different leaders that want different information and engage with information in different ways. So whether that be in ops, finance, tech, a CEO, an engineer, the champion for your product, they're all going to interact with content in different ways and they want different information, whether that's on social, web, email, print magazine, so forth. Let's understand that. 62% of B2B buyers consume 3 to 7 pieces of content before connecting with a salesperson. Very key here. So it's not about one piece of content gets you a sale. It's actually about building their engagement with you. Once they've discovered you, they need to deepen their understanding of what it is that you do, build trust, build authority, and then they'll potentially convert. If you ticked all of their boxes, it is a journey, and that might take 3 months, it might take 3 years. I understand from a number of salespeople, I understand myself from being a sales leader, that I've worked with decision makers that have come back to me and said, I received some information from you about 2 years ago. I've followed your marketing and I'm now ready to talk. Let's do this. And that's literally a journey that probably all of you will be familiar with. 80% of B2B buyers initiate contact only after they are 70% through their journey. So that means people go through a process of self-discovery today. I don't go, I've got this problem, let me ring a salesperson. I go, I've got this problem, let me investigate the right approach for me to solve this. Let me understand the companies that might be able to do what I need, and then let me define which is the best company that matches all of my requirements, not just requirements in terms of the product, but do they have the right values? Are they of the right experience level? Do they cost in the right ballpark? 80% of customers say the experience a company provides is as important as its products and services. I don't need to elevate on that more. So, apologies, I've jumped backwards instead of forwards. Okay, so over here, 50%. Companies that excel at nurturing leads through B2B marketing make 50% more sales. B2B marketing works. That's as simple as that. It navigates complex decision maker trees across multiple channels, whilst nurturing buyers through a sales cycle. It doesn't happen overnight. We don't start marketing today and get leads tomorrow. It is a nurturing cycle. And as mentioned, that cycle can last 3 months for one buyer and 3 years for another. And it's all about us building a pipeline of engagement. It doesn't happen overnight. With consistency and customer experience in mind. Marketing foundations. So let's get into how we do this then. So first off, we need to build the look and feel, the foundations, put the clothes on that your business needs to wear to match the experience level that your buyers are expecting. So how do we do that? Positioning and messaging. What you say and how you say it counts. Mission, values, value proposition, all of that needs to stack up. Content strategy needs to be balanced in the right way. Sales presentations and brochures need to back up your marketing. So this is very high level here. Visual identity, a picture says 1,000 words. Visual communication is the difference. So again, we make such a quick decision based upon the quality of how something looks and feels. Digital presence, an experience that delights, engages, and educates, inspiring repeat attention and conversion of actions. The website experience, users form an opinion about a website in just 50 milliseconds, influencing their perception of the brand's credibility. This is getting your foundations right before you put loads of effort into communication, making loads of people aware about who you are and what you do, and then driving them all to your website, for example, or to, let's say, your communication pieces, and they don't hit the mark. If they don't hit the mark, then you put in a lot of effort up front, and people come with an expectation, and then they bounce off that and go, that isn't hitting what I expected. I'll go somewhere else. So let's say you've done marketing foundations. You're in a great place. You're ready to roll. Always on marketing is key for B2B marketing because we have this flywheel here. We have to nurture decision makers through discovering us, engaging with us, building their consideration, converting where they'll move across to sales and convert over to a sale, to a qualified a sales closed opportunity, retain them as a customer and build them as champions that help to talk and champion our brand. Okay, now we have to do this on a month by month basis. We have to activate social, web, email, PR, and more. And we have to do that repeatedly in a consistent fashion that's cohesive, that's got a strategic approach to that. So if we think about discovery, how are we going to help ourselves get found? We need strong SEO, that's strong PR, we need strong social, we need to do things that help people discover us. Engage, consideration. downloads, content, insight articles. People need to understand what we stand for, what we believe in, the expertise that we have, how we can help them. Convert, action-based content, webinars, events, industry surveys, capture content and engagement. Don't have a call to action purely that just says, speak to us if you're interested, or contact us today. What more creative call to actions can we put in there, and what more personalized and tailored call to actions can you build? Step back again. So retention, consistent and regular comms to nurture your stakeholder interest. So how are we going to keep, once a client is a client, how are we going to keep them, and then keep building their investment with us and understanding of what we do? And champion hero content to key stakeholders. So, right, always on. That is key to nurturing people along their customer journey. Now, we power that always on up with campaign marketing, laser focused campaign marketing. That is really direct into a very specific target audience. You may have strategically selected that target audience to align with your business strategy. Potentially there's an 80-20 rule. We get 80% of our business from people up here, from that 20% up here, and we only get 20% of our business from this 80% down here. So let's think campaign marketing is into that laser focused 20%. Activate the entire customer journey with a lot of noise focused on one strategically important area. So we build our research and our understanding. What is the key pain points? What is potentially the key opportunity that we could be leveraging in this campaign? We develop the concepts of the campaign, whether that be a workshop, whether that be a white paper, a webinar, a download. What is the value exchange that is going to work really well in this space? We build out that campaign, launch it and run it. When I talk about launching it, run it, it's putting those assets live, getting out there. What are the channels we're going to put them live across? What potential integrations are we going to have with this campaign? Can we leverage any sector, industry bodies, governing bodies, any potential partners to help us amplify this message further? And then we take a step back at the end of the 3-month campaign or 6-month campaign. We do the reporting, the analytics, we build our insights. Which decision makers do this resonate more with less? How can we sharpen this for future? What have we learned? Let's improve. So at this point, I will say marketing foundations, ways on marketing, campaign marketing. This is about building a marketing habitat and ecosystem that works. It's complex. It's not as simple as you install a solar panel and you get X amount of kilowatt hours out. You can understand that all decision makers have different requirements. They buy in different ways. They have different feelings and philosophies. They align to certain thinking. We have to build a customer journey, and we have to build a marketing model that is interacting a number of moving parts to success. So I say this in a way to align expectation with regard to B2B marketing. You'll know from your own experience, it's not marketing doesn't go and pick up a rock and look under it and there's a bunch of leads waiting there for us. It very much is about building a strong approach that's doing the right things, that's taking the right methodology, that's got the right philosophy, and doing good marketing. Here's some quick examples of that. Okay, I may have jumped forward a little bit here. Campaign. Why would you do the campaign? Targeted action to create awareness, engagement, MQLs into a hyper-focused audience, building trust, authority, and confidence, where you can integrate partners and align closely with sales. So let's just sort of wrap up on the campaign bit. So here's some examples of good marketing that we're doing as a team. So Cooper Turner Beck, global organization, 250 mil revenue, manufacturing. We really took this organization that is a recognized business, and we needed to modernize the organization in terms of their communication massively. We built a strategy workshop. We delivered a strategy workshop. We built a comprehensive global marketing soft stack strategy, and the integration of our expert marketing team. We delivered a brand refresh, a new website, full internal and external communication management, tactical campaigns. And really on a month-by-month basis, we're now strengthening that brand authority, trust, and confidence which is enabling, the big thing is enabling this great business to communicate professionally, creatively, and strategically. So this is us leveraging our full marketing expertise across a huge multinational organization. Measurable Energy, a 2.5 mil revenue organization, multinational, clean tech. After receiving significant investment, their marketing and sales needed to ramp up to match the ambitions of its investors and the board. Focusing on campaign marketing, we devised a robust and strategic campaign targeting construction sector decision makers involved in ESG and site operations. And in a 3-month streamlined campaign, we delivered 84 signups for a webinar. That was a highly targeted industry webinar. Very big players joined this webinar. And in the same period, thanks to strong campaign communications, the business saw a ramp up of 66 website leads and a revenue addition of over $250,000. Now, Genius Energy Lab, fantastic company, fantastic organization, creating the go-to business for the ground source heat pump market, the GSHV market. National, actually more like multinational today. The hidden force behind many successful commercial ground source heat projects. Fantastic business needs support to raise its profile, strengthen its brand. By refining its value proposition and visual identity, we helped evolve its authority in the industry. A professional website combined with technical and industry-focused campaigns has driven greater awareness, expanded reach, and increased lead conversions. Strong brand authority and a consistent lead generation engine fueling the sales pipeline. In just one 3-month campaign, we delivered over 500 MQLs. So I'm keen to highlight again, this is an organization where everything is stacked up, from the great marketing foundations being in place to always on marketing, nurturing that pipeline and building that community, to campaign marketing that's powering everything up, and that's going big or go home for the markets that they really care for. And that's it. Thank you so much for your time. We're nearly at 18 minutes. This was an abbreviated masterclass, but I hope it's been helpful and has given you a high level on B2B marketing, corporate marketing, really in today's world, and help you understand a little bit more about Wildtribe and our model of approach and how we think about things. Great stuff. If you have any further questions and you would like to reach out and have a chat, do let me know. All the best. Thanks.